This video is all about probably the most family-friendly neighborhood in all of San Francisco, and it probably has the highest concentration of Victorian homes in the city. I'm talking about the Noe Valley neighborhood. This is Austin Clark, your lawyer turned real estate agent and real estate developer in San Francisco. I've lived in multiple neighborhoods all across San Francisco, giving me in-depth, firsthand knowledge of what it's like to live and work in the city. If you're thinking of relocating, definitely reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. I will personally answer every call, every email, every text, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And if you like videos just like this, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell so you're alerted every single time I post a video. All right, this video is all about the Noe Valley neighborhood in San Francisco. The area is bound by 21st Street to the north, 30th Street to the south, San Jose and Guerrero Streets to the east, and then Diamond Heights Boulevard and Grandview Avenue to the west. The Castro area is directly to the north of it, and the Mission District is directly to the east. It's on the southern side of the city in a valley, so it's somewhat insulated from, the cold fronts and the fog that you get on the more coastal areas of San Francisco, so it does tend to be a lot warmer there compared to other neighborhoods in the city. It's also really popular for people commuting to South City. The 101 and 280 freeways are very close by. Traffic getting onto those, though, is notoriously difficult, so it does take a lot of time, but it is a convenient location if you do have to, travel south. It's also a convenient location if you need to travel east to Oakland or elsewhere in the East Bay. The area was primarily developed at the end of the 1800s, early 1900s, mainly after the 1906 earthquake, and because of that timing, a lot of the homes in the area were developed as Victorian homes. It was originally a working class neighborhood. The homes were built in rows all adjoining each other, and many of them are historically protected and still look like that today. Although initially started as a working class neighborhood, it has very much become a more upper middle to upper class neighborhood. It is now home to a number of very, very wealthy people and is a more affluent community in San Francisco. It is very popular with younger couples there because of all the things there is to do, especially couples with young children. Its nickname is Stroller Valley because of how many families actually live or at least go to that area. The area is very, very sunny and incredibly clean, like I said, because it's in that valley. It really has a community feel. There's been a lot of effort over the last several years to turn streets there into slow streets that are prohibited to car traffic except to local traffic. So it's really meant to increase the walkability of the neighborhood and make it a safe zone for a lot of kids and a lot of families just out and about in the area. While it is technically walkable, there are a lot of hills in Noe Valley. Because you're on hills, you do get some of these iconic San Francisco views, primarily the southern and eastern end of the city. You do get bay views, city views, and for that reason, it's very popular among builders right now and people looking to expand and renovate their homes to really capture the views that a lot of these houses have to offer. A lot of the homes there are on standard 20-foot wide lots. It's like standard size in San Francisco, but because it's on the narrower side, a lot of the homes there are very vertical. So the bigger houses there, the 4,000 or 5,000 square foot houses there, and there are a lot of them, but they tend to be very vertical. So they're split across 3, sometimes 4 levels. Noe Valley is actually a pretty dense area with a population of over 33,000. It's one of the more dense neighborhoods in all of San Francisco. And since it is a lot more family oriented than other neighborhoods, the median age is a bit older. It's about 41 years old compared to a lot of the other neighborhoods, which are, early 30s. There are over 15,000 households there with an average income of almost $106,000. 40% of the area is made up of singles. The rest are either married or divorced. So it does skew more heavily toward the established, family type than, younger single people. There are a ton of things to do in Noe Valley. Like I said, it does have a very, community vibe, and that's in part because of a lot of the activities that happen weekly and monthly in the area. Every Saturday, the town square hosts the farmers market. So you've got live music, you've got food carts, you've got drink vendors, there are arts and craft vendors. It also hosts music in the square throughout the year where artists and musicians come to perform for locals. The downtown strip of 24th Street is probably the most popular part of Noe, and homes that are closer to 24th Street tend to be the more expensive ones. The area has Noe's restaurants and bars. And it's also a very short distance to, the bars and restaurants of the Mission District and the Castro neighborhoods, which are both right next to there. There are also a ton of parks throughout the area. It's very, very child and family oriented. So there are a lot of people, playing organized sports or walking their dog or just having, like picnics in the park. Noe Valley is one of the most, heavily traded areas in all of San Francisco from a home sales perspective. In 2022, 121 condos sold for an average price of $1.6 million. And that's compared to the $1.4 million average for all of San Francisco. It's also very heavily traded for single family homes. There were 127 single family homes sold last year for an average of $3.2 million. And that's compared to $2.2 million on average for all of San Francisco. So single family homes there tend to be significantly more expensive than the rest of San Francisco. Condos are more expensive, but a little bit, less drastically more expensive than single family homes are. Homes there, like I said, have some of the best views in the entire city, and they are prime targets for making mega mansions with crazy views. So there are homes there that do sell for, upwards of $7 to $8 million, but most will fall, at least in the renovated homes, between the $3 to $5 million range. And the average rent in the Noe Valley area is about $4,200 for a 2-bedroom. But again, depending on the view profile and quality of the home, you definitely see rents go higher than that. All right, that's the scoop on the Noe Valley neighborhood of San Francisco. It is one of the cutest, quietest, most family-friendly neighborhoods in San Francisco. Definitely recommend that you check it out if you're visiting, or if you're thinking of relocating there. It's definitely worth considering. If you are thinking of relocating there, definitely reach out to me. My contact information is in the description below. I will personally answer every call, every email, every text, and I'd be more than happy to help you. And if you like videos just like this, please consider subscribing to my channel, and don't forget to click the bell so you're alerted every single time I post a video.